Hello there. Welcome back to the Trinity Stamps YouTube channel. We are super excited today to be sharing with you our newest release for January 2023. We have some great new stamps, dies, stencils, and hot foiling. So let's take a look at our new stamp sets. This is the super cute brush stroke bunnies, great for New Year's, great for 2023, and even for Easter. Here you can see all the images stamped out from this 4x3 stamp set, and I am also going to show you what they look like with a little bit of color added to them. And this particular stamp set does not yet have a coordinating die set, but here's a couple examples with this set made by our design team. I just love the affordable price of these 4x3 stamp sets. All right, next up we have this super fun, so romantic stamp set with some very punny sayings. I made this romantic card for you. You're doing superb, just remain calm, very cute. There is a coordinating die set. You can see it here for this 4x3 stamp set. A die for every stamp in this entire set, which I love. Here you can see what the little instant soup cup looks like all colored up and what it looks like die cut. All the sentiments are bubble cut, which is super cool. Here are some completed samples with this from our design team, and there's maybe a little sneak peek of other products we have in this release as well. Here's another fun 4x3 set for Valentine's, Sucker for You. This has Happy Valentine's sentiment with it that's nice and scripty, plus this super cute image of the sucker. There is a coordinating die set for all the images in this set as well. Here you can see what it looks like stamped and colored, and then I will show you all the pieces die cut out as well. And we have some samples by our design team so you can see how cute this is on a card. Okay, our next stamp set is the Tweetheart stamp set and coordinating die, another stamp set that has a little bit of a vintage feel and is in the 4x3 size as well. This has a coordinating die set to die cut out all four of the images, and here it is all stamped out. You can see there are 3 solid hearts that go with it, and here it is colored up and die cut as well. And now we have some samples you can see from the design team. Very cute little bird in this set, and it just makes the card. All you need is a fun background and add this cute little bird right on top. I love it. All right, let's move on to a little bit bigger stamp set. This is the Wheelie Cool stamp set. It's 4x6. You can see it has several sentiments in it that are birthday or Valentine's and very punny as well. All right, let's take a look at this set with the coordinating die set, and so you can tell that there are several dies in here, and this is going to cut out every single sentiment again with that bubble cut look that Trinity Stamps is so known for. Here you can see them all stamped out. Here's the race car colored up, and here it is die cut. So you can stick the little driver right in the car. There's a little poof of smoke, and there is a flame. Now this is the only stamp in the set that does not have a coordinating die because it's meant to be stamped right on the car for some added interest and decor. Just like that. We have several examples here from the design team, so you can see this on a card, and this different looks you can get just by changing up the color, adding the driver, or leaving the driver out, either way. All right, now let's take a look at our brand new standalone dies. I have this 2-piece heart set. This is called Racetrack Heart. There is some dashed lines around the largest heart, which creates a frame, and then there's a smaller heart with some smaller dashed lines around the edge. So the outer one can be made to look like a racetrack, and they layer up really nicely. You can have 3 layers and just really customize it to how you like it. So here's a couple examples so you can see that die set with the race car. So cool. Our next die set is the swirly heart. Again, a two-piece die set, and we've got a really fun look on this one that's kind of like a doily, which I love. Then you have the other heart, which you can die cut separately and add to the center. You can also use that heart to die cut out the middle of that swirly heart if you like. So lots of different choices with just these two dies. And here you can see it on some cards by our design team. I just love the frilly look of this die set. All right, let's move on to our next die set. It is the row of hearts, a single die all by itself. Each heart in this row of 5 has stitching on it, and you can use this in a variety of ways. You can cut it from a strip of paper, use the strip. You can also use the hearts, just like that. And you can also layer these or paper piece them together, as I've done here with several different colors. You can also have this go down the front of your card panel, as you can see, and these two cards right here. Very cool. This one has been turned into a shaker. All right, let's move on to a brand new envelope die set. This is a mini envelope, and it's perfect for about a gift card size, but there is a little note card that you can die cut along with the envelope. Just 2 pieces. This is the easiest envelope die you have ever seen. It scores on the lines for you so you know right where to fold, and here's the little note card that can fit inside of it with an embossed edge detail. You can see a gift card fits on there perfectly, so you could use this for a gift card envelope. You can also stamp or write on the little card. So you're going to add some adhesive to the 2 outer flaps, fold those in, and crease them down. Just like that. And you have your mini envelope. I mean, it could not be any easier, and look how nice that little card fits right in. I love it. So very cute, and it will fit on the front of an A2 size card or bigger, and you can use it in that way as well. So here you can see some little love notes made with this. It's just really cute and a great addition to the envelope line at Trinity Stamps. Okay, we have a very cool die set for you in this release. It's a mini paper lantern. You're going to use these pieces together to create a little non-card project. I think you're going to love it. So I'm going to show you very quickly how to put this together, but there is a longer video, full length, on how to put this together on the YouTube channel for Trinity Stamps. So you're going to use these 2 pieces right here, die cut 1 time each to create your lantern. There is a scored line on this straight panel right here. You don't want to fold on it. It's a guide on where to put the 2 ends together. So here you can see the 4 pieces you're going to need. Those rectangular strips are not only decorative edges for your finished lantern, but can also be used as a handle. So you can do that in place of the strings that I am going to use when I put this together. So you're just going to adhere this decorative lantern piece that has the cut openings in it to the top and the bottom of the straight piece. And I used a crease tool there to really press that double-sided adhesive down before I curled this around. So you're just going to curl it around and adhere the 2 ends together. But I decided to use liquid glue as well as double stick tape to make sure it really held. I just held this down, and I knew exactly where to put things because of that scored line. And so it's very helpful that it's there, but make sure you don't fold on it, or you could get more of a teardrop shape for your little paper lantern. So I added my strings first. So if you want to add strings to this to either be your hanger or a place to adhere your tassel, you can do that and then cover it up with this decorative edge. And you can put one at the top and one at the bottom for a seamless look. And this is going to allow you to customize your lantern how you like, so that it can be different colors and have different accents, and it makes it a lot of fun. All right, so I put one at the top and the bottom, and let me show you the pieces to create the tassel. The tassel has 3 dies, and it goes together very easily. So one of the pieces is this one right here. Now, when you die cut this, the bottom of the tassel is not fringe is not cut loose. So you can cut that to the length that you want or leave them attached. I like to use a little crease tool to get this encouraged to curl into a tassel. So I'm going to roll it as I go. I'm going to add adhesive. Even though I did put double-sided adhesive tape down the edge of this, I find liquid glue is really also going to help on something that's rolled up. So that's what I did. And you can see here the bottom of those tassel pieces are stuck together, but you can, like I said, cut it before you roll it to any length that you want. This little die right here is going to create the handle for the tassel, so I just glued that in place and held it on for a minute before I wrapped the scallop piece around the top to finish the look of this tassel. Again, I used double stick tape and a little bit of liquid glue as well to finish off the tassel. So again, if you want to see a full video tutorial on this project right here, it is on the Trinity Stamps YouTube channel. You can go find that. So here's the completed lantern. It's very easy to do. I added a little light to mine with a little holder at the bottom for the light. So again, that's on the YouTube channel. You can check out the full tutorial for this exact lantern over there. Here's a couple pictures. You can see my finished lantern here, and then a couple more by our design team that have much more of an Asian feel to them, using an upcoming plate I'm going to show you for hot foiling, which is a very cool addition to that lantern. Okay, speaking of foiling, let's jump right in. First of all, we have the Dainty Heart cut and foil set. There are 2 dies in this set and 2 hot foiling plates. So we're going to use those right here so you can see what they look like. Here's the die cut hearts. There is the solid heart you can use by itself or to cut out the center of the dainty heart. You might recognize those dainty scallops from our rectangles and circles that we already have in the shop. Now the Love You is 2 separate dies, so you can have them go vertically or you can stack them, which is very cool. Here I'm showing you how I taped mine and used the hinge method to get them lined up so I could hot foil them side by side. And then you can see what it looks like hot foiled. I used prism foil, so it's silver with a bit of a shine to it, like a little iridescent shine. So there it is, very thin letters. And here's the piece that I ended up using for my card, and I will show you that card right here, right now. Plus 2 others from the design team. You can see that dainty heart stacked up 3 different times on a slimline, and this one where the dainty heart is cut from vellum. Next up, oh my gosh, this one is so pretty. It's the Love Heart plate. Look at all the scripty and type fonts of the word love that just cover this heart shape. So I'm going to hot foil this with some kind of teal foil that has an iridescent finish, and then you can see how shiny and beautiful this turns out. It's so very pretty. And there is a die you can use to cut this out, which is also another large die that's heart shaped that would be great to have in your stash. You could use without the hot foil plate. And I just think it's a really fun size. It's going to take up the front of your A2 size card really nicely. And there it is cut out, and here it is on some cards. You can see just changing up the color your foil is going to give you a lot of different looks, and I think it's so beautiful. This one's actually letterpressed with some ink and not even hot foiled. So next we have our Sakura Blooms cut and foil set, 2 hot foil plates and 2 dies to cut them out, which gives you lots of options. And here they are hot foiled. There's more of a cluster and then one that's more of a branch style, and they are just gorgeous blooms. And when you die cut them out, you're going to get a nice white border all the way around. And here you can see what they look like when they are die cut out, and they are ready to go on a card. Just as easy as that. Here you can see them on a slimline card. This one is wrapped around that dainty heart with the hot foil word love. This cluster is so beautiful. Great, great die set. Here's a sentiment hot foil and cut set. We have Happy New Year. So you can hot foil, you can die cut, and there's a shadow die which also cuts out the hot foiling. And I'm going to show you a tip on how to do that right here in today's video. So here you can see hot foils out the words Happy New Year, but the die that you cut it out is a solid plate die. So what you need to do is die cut that from a scrap piece of paper, and that's going to give you a bit of a window, plus it's going to give you the shadow layer you can use for the die set. So I'll show you that as well after I do this. Tape that template in place right over your hot foiled piece, and then it's going to be a guide so you know where to drop in the die and die cut these individually out. So here I am just taping it in place, and then the die snaps in place perfectly. Tape it down, and then when you die cut this out, you have your Happy New Year all die cut out and foiled. And then this is the die that's going to cut out the individual letters, which then you can glue to the top of the shadow layer. You can also use that negative piece as well. So here's what they look like side by side, the die cut and the hot foiled piece. Very cool. All right, here it is on a card with my Sakura blooms. I also use them for the background. And here you can just make a fast and easy New Year card. You can add it to the inside of your card. It's a great staple set. All right, our last hot foil set is this Art Deco Dance foiling plate. It's about 4.5 inches by 6 1/4. Great for all your card front panels. So here I have an A2 size panel. You can see how that fits on there. And I'm going to hot foil this with a piece of rainbow foil. I thought that would be fun for such a big cover plate. This does go really well with a lot of the images that we have in this set, whether it be our dies or our stamps. I'm just going to tape that in place to try to keep it straight. This pattern really works best when it's on there straight. If you don't get it straight, use a rectangle die to cut it so that it is straight. It's a little bit easier to do after it's hot foiled. And make sure it's really straight. So there's my little tip for you. And here you can see what it looks like all hot foiled and then die cut out. And the rainbow on there looks so very cool. But here you can see it in action on some cards. Some you've already seen in today's video, but just a second look so you could really focus on the background because it is a really cool plate. And here it is used as a letterpress as well, where you run it through your die machine without foil. All right, we have 2 new stencil sets. I'm very excited about these, and they work together. We have our checkered background 6x6 stencil. This one you're going to rotate to get your checkered look. And then we have the heart add-on that you can fit in the little squares. It's very cool. So you can see this stencil has some etched lines, which allows you to very easily line it up so you can do 2 different colors or just 2 different stencilings. So these are the heart add-on, but there's a stencil of hearts and a stencil of X's, kind of like XO, but X heart with the heart being the O. So here you can see what it looks like just by laying the stencil on top. You can actually stencil in the openings or stencil right on the squares, and you can use the heart and X's by itself. So here you can see what the checkered stencil looks like, all stenciled up on this panel with 2 different colors, and you do that just by rotating the stencil and lining it up with those etched lines. Here is the heart add-on used by itself just with the hearts and the X's. And here I'm showing you what this looks like with all of the things together. Well, really the checkers and the hearts together. I chose to do the hearts in the openings, and it looks really cool with some stencil paste. And I'm going to use this on a card. You can see it in action in just a sec. Here's a stenciling done with sprays. Here's one just with the hearts and the X's. And then here's mine that has the checkers and the hearts together. I also wanted to point out to you that we have a new freebie for you when you purchase $25 or more at the Trinity Stamp Shop. You can get a mini stencil set of these love balloons. We also have a ton of new embellishments, which you can see in this super cool shaker here, so check those out in the shop as well. I thank you so much for stopping by and checking out this new release. I hope that you'll visit the shop and find some fabulous new things to add to your collection. Thanks for watching. Bye.